It's a little better fish here.
Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Just stay out that anchor.
You're gonna have to do that on your own.
Yeah, he's taking a little bit of drag right on. Yeah, I'll probably need the net on this.
Hey, that fish I just lost, I started reeling it in and he hit it while the shrimp was coming to the boat. Oh man.
This one was right on the jetty.
He's a nice one.
He's coming around back here. We're gonna have to move over.
Grady White Boats' reputation for designing ruggedly elegant fishing boats is legendary. Our attention to quality, detail, and customer service is unmatched. From our Fisherman 180 and Coastal Explorers series to the unrivaled Canyon 456, you'll find no boat that rides better and offers more fishing amenities. Go ahead, experience fishing at its best. Get the Grady.
Hello and welcome to the Carolina Outdoor Journal. Well, today's program is going to take us down to Cape Lookout.
That's right. We're going to be fishing the Cape Lookout Rock Jetty, which is one of a number of jetties we've got up and down the coast that tend to draw speckled trout, spotted sea trout to them because they hold bait. They hold shrimp. They hold little bait fish that trout like to eat. We actually start the morning using a live bait. And then transition into artificial DOA shrimp and never missed a beat. The bite was that good that morning that we just made that transition and caught a lot of fish.
And Joe, in gear time today, we're going to get a lot of good information.
The guys will go over what live bait they started with and then the reason they selected the bait they did to make the transition to, and they'll show you that and the tackle they used. And again, the bite was so good, I think you could probably have thrown anything and caught fish.
Well, today's recipe also is going to be spicy crab soup.
Yeah, this is a new recipe from Donna. If you like crabs and like them in the soup form, pay attention.
All right, we got a lot going on here today on the Carolina Outdoor Journal.
It's a good place to catch a speckled trout, the Rock Jetty at Cape Lookout.
Yeah, we're
this
throwing
time of year.
Yep. And we're throwing shrimp at them and pinfish and artificials. They get in here thick. You can catch them on just about anything. You're gonna go with a little plastic there. Yeah. They keep eating my shrimp, but it's a great time of the year. We got a beautiful day, like you said, mid-December, early December there.
A little bit of cloud cover, I like that too. It's liable to burn off before the day's out, but this trout probably hit good as long as we got cloud cover.
Well,
we've lost 2 baits standing here talking. It's time to get back out.
I got rebait, me too. Finally got the hook in his mouth.
Getting a little drag in.
Well, I don't have much drag set. So. Finally got the hook in his mouth. Corks tangle.
Is he a netter?
That's a nice fish.
Yeah, he's a little bigger than that early one. Yeah, that's not a bad fish.
No.
I might need to keep him.
You want to keep him?
Yeah, he's big enough to eat.
All right.
Don't you think, Kirk? I get the hook out of his mouth.
We draw the line about 16 inches. Anything in that size class, we keep him.
Yeah.
He's pretty.
Yep.
Good job, Jim.
All right.
That's a beautiful fish, isn't it?
It is. Look at the colors on it.
They look pretty good in the frying pan, too. They're hitting everything you throw out there.
It's a little better fish here.
Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Just stay out that anchor.
You're going to have to do that on your own.
Yeah, he's taking a little bit of drag right on. Yeah, I'll probably need the net on this.
Hey, that fish I just lost, I started reeling it in and he hit it while the shrimp was coming to the boat. Oh man.
This one was right on the jetty.
He's a nice one.
He's coming around back here. We're gonna have to move over. Yeah, it's a trout. Yeah.
That's what we came
I like that.
Is it a
I like
gray?
that. No, he's a speckle.
Oh man.
Look at that. Kevin, you notice a lot of times when these fish start getting big like this, up to 2 pounds, that the spots, they don't have many spots in the front, they're mostly to the back.
Right.
Seems like, you know, a trout can only have so many spots sometimes, and this one's just outgrown his.
He's starting to gray out a little bit
Yeah.
too. He's not as purple as.
That's right.
fish are.
That's a nice 2-pound trout right there.
Good fish. Good job, Kurt.
That's a circle hook, so you twist it right on around from there. What do you think? That's pretty fish there. That's what I came for.
Nice job there, Kurt.
Let's put him right in the box. Is this where
Yep.
we're putting him?
I
Feel like a
this-
good one?
Yeah, this one's a little bigger than that last one, I believe. You just gonna have to give me the net and let me dip my own, huh?
Have you seen him yet?
Nah, he's right here. I don't think he's as big as that one Kurt just caught.
That's running around like a, is that a trout? Yeah, he's a nice fish down there.
Good job.
All right, thanks for the net
Nice
job.
trout.
Yep. He's got that one in his mouth, don't he? There we, I think I got him. Yeah, there we go. All
That's
right.
another pretty fish.
That's a good fish.
Yep, another nice one.
All right, we'll put
Man,
him in the box.
They get up to that 2 pounds, they fight a little bit different than those little ones. All right, another shrimp, another trout. Let me get that net for you.
That's a nice fish.
Yep, a little bit bigger size though.
All right.
Good job.
Thank you, Jim.
There's a pretty trout there. And right in the corner of the mouth with that circle hook. Just like it's supposed to work, right? That's a pretty fish.
He's not near as big as the one.
No, he's not as big
He
as
hasn't
that one.
grown into him yet, has he?
Big enough to eat
That's a
that.
pretty fish. Yeah, he's a pretty fish. Jim, I'd have to say this rock jetty at Cape Lookout probably the most popular trout fishing spot this time of year, wouldn't you?
Yeah, we always talk about going to the secret trout hole when we come out here. It's not a day this time of year where you come out here where you're gonna be by yourself with these trout get in here.
Well, it's a producing spot.
Yeah, and you see boats of all sizes. You see, oh, there you got it. You see boats of all sizes. You see little boats on a pretty day like today. Oh, lost him.
Spit it out, didn't it?
I might have to change my hook. That hook's a little old, and I think maybe it needs to be a little sharper.
Yeah, I've been out here and seen more than 100 boats. I bet there's 50 now.
Grabbed him by the head. Yeah, and it's a weekday. Imagine Saturday you could probably had to get a parking pass to get out here. Big one.
This is what we're looking for here.
Is it? Good.
Ease him right on to me, baby. Yeah, that kid. Yeah.
Sir,
Oh, that's a nice one, Kevin.
Yeah, that's pretty trout right there.
It's the size of those
Pretty
ones.
trout. That's what we're after. Look where your line was scrubbing against the side when he was rolling a little bit. See those marks on him?
Yeah.
They'll get down there and shake their head a lot. When they don't do a lot, they'll roll. And a lot of times you got them with a mirror lure, the line will be wrapped around them several times.
that's right.
Pretty fish though. Good job. Jim, what time do these fish normally show up around here in the fall?
Normally, I think they usually show up in mid-October, by mid-October, and they'll stay around and bite pretty good right on into December. It depends on the weather, I think. We've had a pretty balmy fall, so they're in here pretty good, and here we are like almost mid-December. Water temperature's still pretty warm, so they'll stay right in here. And really, I hear people coming down here and fishing for them even in January and February. You get those real pretty days.
Bluebird Day.
Yeah, you get that good warm sunshine up, and they'll move in and out and come in here and feed. So
I think most of these trout in here are migrating trout up and down the coast too, aren't they?
yeah, I think they're moving. And they come through and they hit this jetty, and this jetty just acts like a natural barrier to them, and they swim along these rocks, and there's a lot of bait in there.
Good food source.
It's a great little piece of structure that concentrates the fish. So it's a good place to fish. Oh, I got a bite. Yep, got it.
Yeah.
Lost him. Heck. What it is today, I can't get the hook in his mouth. Had him by the head. Carried him off, but didn't get the hook in his mouth.
Kurt, you got him on?
A little nicer class fish here, I believe.
You need the net?
Not much. No, I don't need the net. I'm hoping when y'all fishing over there in the nursery that I'll catch one a little bigger on this side. They like it when it gets chewed up a little bit.
Right
We
on
done
the
left
surface.
you alone over there.
Well, these little ones over here. I got tangled up, so I just put my artificial right straight on and let the cork off. He's a little bit bigger there than those little ones we've been catching.
Nice fish, Jim.
He's a little nicer. He's good enough to feed a pelican.
Now that pelican, he's had enough for the day. Yeah, I think I might have to put this one in the box.
I'm gonna come over on this side for a few minutes.
Nice little fish. We'll keep him for dinner. There we go. All right, got a double header now. Little trout are just tearing us up now. The bigger ones were biting earlier this morning.
We in the school, all right. It's just kindergarten, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you know, that's not a bad fish. They're fun to catch. They're just out there thick. Yeah. Brothers,
Just about.
I think I got you by an inch.
They're right here under the boat.
All right, Kevin.
Coming to the boat.
All right, let me get him here.
Get the net for me. He got
Oh,
that
I
net?
love the looks of that.
Nice fish.
Thank you, sir.
Here, you're gonna have to take it. I got one on mine.
All right.
Up, missed him.
That's a pretty fish there, Kevin. That's
I'd
two.
like to see these bigger fish show up.
That's two
That
in a
is
row
a
for
pretty
you.
fish.
I tell you what, when we're catching fish this size right here, you liable to catch a big old sow with them, 5 to 8 pounds. Ain't no telling. Natter, he's no whopper, but he's a nice fish. So carry him home.
Need the net.
Yeah, I'll try and lift him. We probably ought to net him. He's probably a 17, 18-inch fish.
We go 1.5 pounds anyway.
Yeah, that's hung up there a little bit. Yeah, that's a pretty trout. We'll take him. I tell you what, seldom can you catch them on artificial baits like we've been today after catching them on live shrimp, but they've been fooled.
There he is.
What you got,
Now,
man?
Kurt, we caught them little ones for a long time, but now they're getting a little bigger again.
Yeah.
This one's not giant, but he's all right.
Slide him over here.
I caught him on that live
There you
pinfish.
go. Yeah, nice fish. Keep that net on board. We'll probably need that.
See, he had that line in his mouth. The hook was in the corner of his mouth.
Yep.
But a little bit of heavier leader really
Fish
keeps him from
spotted
chaffing
up
up.
good, isn't he? He's a pretty fish.
He is. Look how he's got his
A lot of
dorsals
spots
up.
on him.
Yeah, that one will cook up good too. Pop that box open for me there, Kurt. What you got there, Kevin? Got one with a little size this time? Oh yeah, let me get the net for you. Oh yeah.
Again after that storm cloud passed.
Yeah, you know that rain, it rained pretty, watch it. Yeah, it rained pretty hard there for a little while and then it's calmed down and the big fishes started biting. That's nice. Nice trout
fish,
there.
Yeah, I got cut off at the wrong time.
You get cut off, Kurt. Yeah, he's pretty. Yeah, so I mean, we started catching, we've caught 4 or 5 fish like that in a row here now. He's bigger than those little 12 and 13 inch ones we were catching before it rained.
This DLA shrimp really has saved the day.
Well, we used up a lot of our live bait and we went to those artificials and they're really tearing that artificial shrimp up.
Joe, as they say, we caught a mess of fish that day.
We really did, John. It was a really good bite and a good class of fish. We had a lot of small ones, but a lot of nice, 17 to. We had a few 20-inch fish, 21-inch fish. Jetties are that good. One at Masonburg comes to mind too. That whole trout in the fall, it just brings in the smaller bait fish. and those trout know it. And but I think what really was unusual about that morning was we started with live bait, which is almost a guarantee on trout if they're in the biting mood. But making that transition to an artificial shrimp, again, I couldn't tell any difference, and it was just a really good bite.
With that information in hand, let's go to gear time.
Well, Jim, that was a good day of catching, wasn't it?
Yeah, man, we wore 'em out.
You hear a lot of people talking about fishing and catching, but today we were catching.
It's a great day of speckled trout fishing.
It was. We started out the day good. Kevin caught us a lot of pinfish with just live bait, caught a pinfish with a cast net right at the dock. This is about the size that I like. He's about 2 inches long. You can have them up to 4 or, whatever you get, but pinfish is a good bait for a trout this time of year. I predominantly fished them off a Carolina rig.
Right.
Didn't use a cork, I just fished it on the bottom like you would a floating worm or something, and that's very effective. You just kind of keep your line tight, feel your fish take it, and go right on. You had about 2 dozen, probably 4 dozen shrimp that you brought. Tell me about fishing them underneath a slip cork there.
Yeah, we use a live shrimp and use a slip cork rig where you have a bobber stopper. Use a thread above your bobber and then a couple small beads in your cork, and then a 1/4 ounce egg sinker, and then a small swivel and 18, 24 inches of 20 to 25 pound fluorocarbon. With a small hook, and use a J hook. Some people use small treble hooks. We use a little boat today. And there's a lot of different ways to hook the shrimp, but we were hooking a lot of them right through the middle of the back. You can hook them in the tail, you can hook them in the head. And that slip cork allows you to be able to cast it and reel it in and handle it. And you can get, if you need to fish 10 feet down because you want your bait close to the bottom.
You tie the string 10 feet up your line so the weight pulls you down. You can fish that deep under a cork.
And you can adjust it during the day. If the tide moved on us, we could move the bait up or down, whatever we need to do. Using light spinning tackle, light casting tackle, 6-8 pound test line, 6 foot light action rods.
Drag set real light.
Yep.
And I got to say that, we were so effective with the live bait, both the pinfish and the live shrimp, that we eventually switched to some DOA shrimp.
Yep.
And they were very, very effective. We caught a lot of fish, and I'd say the majority on them were on this just because we cast it, get it back out there, and we just throw it, let it on the bottom, keep your line tight, crank it very, very slow.
Yep, and that really, really resembles and sits in the water like a real shrimp.
It certainly does. It looked very good in the water. And we also used some little fishes which resembled this bait, and they were both very, very effective. And I'd say we probably didn't keep but 1 out of 4 of the trout we caught at least.
We caught a bunch of fish and, and kept a few nice ones, really.
I'd say conservative, we caught 150 trout, and it was just a good day of fishing, a lot of pretty class fish, and I really enjoyed it. It's as good a day of trout fishing I've had in a long time, and I'm glad to have the opportunity to come with you, and I hope we can do it again and have another trip as good as this one.
Thank you for that valuable information. Now, let's get on in the kitchen with Donna. She's got a recipe today for spicy crab soup. You're going to like this one.
Today we're making a spicy crab soup in the kitchen, and this is a great recipe. It has quite a few steps, but don't let that throw you off. They're not hard. It's just a little bit more involved than my recipes usually are. So what we're gonna do is I have my onions chopped, and if I were you, I'd buy whatever convenience items you can find in the grocery. So I like to buy my onions already chopped. It just helps me out a little bit. Then we're gonna add in some chopped jalapeno and some chopped celery to this, and we're going to go ahead and let this go, start sauteing while we move on to another step. So we're going to leave this on our stove, let this start cooking down, and then we're going to take our poblano peppers, which look like this. They're really beautiful glossy pepper, and we're going to cut it down the middle, put it skin side up, and we're going to put it in our oven on broil for about 5 minutes, just until the skin starts to blister. Then you're gonna flip it over for a couple more minutes, and then when they're warm, you're gonna take them off your sheet and put them into a Ziploc bag or a zippy top bag and let them steam up for about 10 minutes. That way the skin is gonna loosen and you'll be able to slip it right off. So I've got, this one is already done, and all you do is peel the skin right off. And we're gonna do this one too. This is what it looks like when it's already come out. So it's gonna be all nice and blistery. And then we're just going to put it on our cutting board and just peel the skin right off. And then we're just gonna rough chop this and put this in our dish too, in our pan. We're just gonna put that in here. So we've got a lot of great flavors going on in this pan. A lot of great smells in your house too. Then we're gonna add a little salt and pepper to that. We're gonna add some lime juice. And then we're gonna add about 2.5 pounds or about 4, depending on medium-sized green tomatoes. So this is something great you can do with those green tomatoes that you get or that you find, and they just look so beautiful and you wanna make something with them. So we're just gonna give this a stir, get it all mixed together here. Then we're going to add in 6 cups of vegetable broth that we've made. You're gonna put a lid on this and you're just gonna let it cook. And we're just gonna turn this up a little bit. We're gonna give it a stir. We're gonna let this cook until it starts to boil. And then we're going to add to that some basil. We're also gonna put a bay leaf in here and let that cook. Once it's cooked, we're gonna take the bay leaf out. We're gonna put in about 14 or 15 basil leaves, some fresh cut chopped cilantro. You're gonna remove them from the stem. And then we're gonna put in about 3 cups of arugula. And arugula, if you're not familiar with that, is a spicy green. So it's gonna add some great flavor to this too. Give this a stir, it's gonna wilt down, and then you're gonna remove it from your heat and you're gonna let it cool. So once it's cooled, you're going to take it in, put it into your blender, you're gonna puree it down, and then you're gonna chill it. So this is gonna be a chilled soup. So this is what it looks like when it's done. We're also gonna top it with a really yummy little crab salad that's just got lime juice, olive oil, some salt, pepper, and some parsley in it. So it's real simple, light, and tasty. So we're gonna put our crab soup in there, top it with our salad, and serve it. It'd be a great thing to do as an appetizer in little shot glasses, which would be lovely and a lot of fun at a party. So I hope you enjoyed the spicy crab soup. Give it a try, it's really good. And I look forward to seeing you next time here on Simple Cooking.
Donna, you have got another great recipe there, one I think I'm gonna have to try. Joe, let's go back. Had a great day of fishing.
We really did. And everybody that trout fishes here in North Carolina especially knows the Cape Lookout Rock Jetty. It's really on top of the list for finding those fish that time of year. And again, we have other jetties too. Masonboro, as I mentioned earlier, comes to mind down at Wilmington. They catch some really pretty trout there in the fall. And but having started with live bait, which is really, it's hard for a trout to turn down a live pinfish or croaker or especially shrimp. And then having a backup, if you go with live bait and give out, going to a bait like a DOA shrimp or any number of plastic baits out there. Mirror lures are really good too on the jetties. But the fall time of the year, if you can make it out to the Cape Lookout Jetty, lots of fun.
We had a lot of fun that day. Just another great day in North Carolina.
Absolutely.
For Joe Albee, I'm John Moore. We thank you for joining us today on the Carolina Outdoor Journal.
Make sure to visit our website for more information.
Grady White boats are known for uncompromising quality through exceptional attention to detail. On every model, from 18 to 45 feet, we incorporate exclusive features and quality components that you won't find on any other boat brands. Our exclusive CV2 hull design is ranked highest in every third-party survey done in the marine industry. So every day on the water will be a great day, no matter the conditions. Ask any Grady White owner and they'll tell you, get the Grady.